Here with Mario Ybarra to preview the 2020-21 Concordia Wrestling season, and as we record this, not far from the first duel of the season against York that will begin this new year. But as we know, looking back at last year, we're fortunate to be able to get through the NAIA National Tournament before the big disruption, of course. But how have you kind of occupied your time during this weird situation and continued to try to get better for this season?
A lot of it dealt with kind of over the summer, just reflecting back on things, I'd say. I mean, obviously a lot of people had a lot more time on their hands, and even though I wasn't able to get in the wrestling room and get the type of training I wanted throughout the summer, it was a good time to just kind of sit back and reflect and really self-evaluate my goals and whatnot, and kind of just improve my mentality as well. And so a lot of it came through that way. But I mean, I was happy to get back on campus, and it does look a little different this year, obviously. I mean, just in regards to everything, but we're working through what we can right now. But I'm glad we can still be able to compete and practice the way we are, and just get this year rolling.
Mm-hmm. Well, I sorry to go here, but I know you were really close to being an All-American last year. But what does that do to you and inside of you and motivation-wise, just being that close?
Mm-hmm. No, I mean, like I just mentioned, a big part of it was just I did have a lot of time on my hand, just kind of just self-reflecting and going over those kind of final seconds that set me apart from being on the podium. Of course, it does sting. It does bother me, but in the same sense, it's not gonna get in the way of still what my goal is. It obviously pushes me more. It motivates me. It motivates me to, like no other, honestly. Kind of just thinking back, like my freshman year, I didn't qualify for the national tournament. I came up about a match short as well there, but over that next year, going into my sophomore year, that extra push got me to the national tournament. And I came up short my sophomore year, but in the same sense, it drives me, because I know what I'm capable of. I know I'm right there, and just got to pick myself back up. I'm gonna brush off just kind of coming up short, but it's not going to affect anything. I'm still focused in on what I need to do, and I'm ready to get it done this year.
Still a lot of good things. You were a conference champion, and of course the team had a nice run too. How much fun was that to be a part of pretty dominant in the conference from a team perspective, sweeping the conference championships?
Yeah, that was, I mean, you can't complain, honestly. It was a great year for all of us last year, and just a great team, great atmosphere, and I mean, I was totally blessed to be a part of that. It was a great feeling. We got to take home that trophy, and it was a great time.
It was a big senior class last season. Losing some of those guys, how does that change your role maybe a little bit from a leadership perspective?
Yeah, I mean, I was just thinking of that recently too. Like I said, I was very blessed to be a part of the team that was here during my freshman and sophomore year. But just looking at it now, I'm thankful that I had them, because they helped shape and mold me into the wrestler I am now, but also just kind of the leader I am now. And I'm very thankful for that. And then just looking towards the upcoming years too, I can finally be that figure for the young freshmen coming in that the seniors were for me when I came in as a freshman. So just kind of putting it in that perspective, I wanna be that teammate, and just that person for the younger people coming in for those exact reasons that the seniors did for me when I came in as a freshman.
Maybe leadership is part of this, but what is the thing you wanted to improve upon most from last season?
Like personally, like as a team?
Yeah, personally for you.
Really, a lot of it was just staying healthier. Kind of injuries did play kind of a crappy factor last year. I did deal with some tough things going throughout the year, and I talked with coaches about it too, and I am going to be going up a weight class for these first couple months for this season. Just trying to keep my body feeling as good as it can be. I am planning on going back down to 125 at the end of this year, but for right now, I do want to just focus on just keeping my body feeling good and healthy, and just staying away from the injuries. And I mean, it's wrestling. It's a grinding sport. You're gonna deal with those types of things, but just trying to make it through the whole season and year, and not have to worry about kind of those significant injuries keeping you back. That's kind of my main focus for this year. Just still going out and competing my hardest, obviously, but just trying to stay away from as many just injuries as possible.
Certainly a lot of new guys on this roster.
Mm-hmm.
What can you tell us about what you're seeing from that group so far in the room?
Yeah, it's exciting, honestly. I mean, it's crazy thinking how many seniors we did lose, but in that same sense, we're with this new incoming freshman class, it's a time that we can start just building a new team from that. And I'm excited for this year. We got a good group of guys in there. They're willing to learn. They're willing to take positive criticism and grow off of that already. And but I mean, it's an experience thing. They're gonna have to go through some trials and some tribulations. But it's a thing that you learn throughout the years. Like obviously we're growing in that mat room, but a lot of it comes from competition throughout the year. That's just something that you grow on yourself. But just looking at them right now, I know that they have the mindset to build off of that for sure. And I'm excited to see what they're going to do this year.
Shifting gears a little bit, you came here from Scottsbluff. Out of that area, what were your options like, and why did Concordia stand above the rest for you?
Yeah, honestly, as cheesy as it is, it just felt right coming here. Honestly, when I came for my visit, I truly felt like God was calling me here. Obviously, we're Christ based here and faith related, and I do take my faith seriously, and it's a great campus to continue that, and that played a big factor in it as well. But like I mentioned before, the team atmosphere when I took my visit here, it just felt right. It was a great team atmosphere. They accepted me, and yeah, there was really no other choice I wanted than coming here for sure.
As you said about wrestling is a grinding sport. Not everyone can be a wrestler.
Mm-hmm.
You have to have a certain kind of toughness, maybe ability to withstand some physical pain too at times. But what do you enjoy, not just wrestling itself, but what it takes to be successful at it?
Mm-hmm. Honestly, my biggest thing coming with it is just all glory to God. I mean, He's, like I said, I take my religion and faith very seriously, but just looking at it, I wouldn't be in the position I am right now without God. And so I think that's my biggest enjoyment, is just knowing that God blessed me with an opportunity to be put in this position, not only to further my academic career, but to do something I actually do enjoy, and doing it for the glory of Him. So He gives me the strength, and like I said, I wouldn't be here without Him laying out those stepping stones, and this is one of them. And I just truly take joy in doing a sport that I love, but also getting to glorify Him and further my academics as well.
When did you first start wrestling?
Oh man, yeah, I think I was 4. Like I think that's like the age that you can get into it. But my family has been just wrestlers their whole lives. My dad, my uncles, So I mean, right when I could walk, honestly, they put me into it, and I mean, it's crazy thinking about it, but it's I've been in the sport for a very long time, and it's just something that I grew up in, and it was just normal for us. And I grew up. I grew more appreciation for the sport, and not only just the physical aspects of it, but just the characteristics that can come out of it as well. I mean, it's shaped me into the person I am today. It's like I said, it's a grinding sport, but it truly does have its rewards as well outside of just wrestling itself. It helps make you a great person.
Maybe there was some doubt at some point whether there would be a season, and now we know there will be. We're right there on the horizon. How does that impact your mindset right now, and just what the excitement level is to get going again?
Yeah, for sure. Like I mentioned, I'm sure it is for everyone. 2020 has been a crazy year, but just that time off during the summer, it really kind of just put in perspective like how much you do truly appreciate a sport and how much you miss it. So I mean, during that whole summer, man, I was ready to get back on the mat, and it's anything can change any day. We're not the ones in charge of how things go in this world. But for right now, we're planning for it, and like I said, it does look different this year, and it's going to look different for the season. But we got the go ahead, and that's all we need, honestly. They tell us we're ready to go, and we're prepping for it, and we're ready to go, and it can't be more excited for it.
Last thing, what are you most excited about for this season?
I mean, there's like personal goals and team goals. Like personally, I'm excited to get back to that national tournament. Like I said, it's a kind of like a lingering sense for the past couple months, just kind of how my national tournament went. And even though I did come up short, I did well there. But I know I can get myself up there on that podium. I know I can win the national tournament. Like I'm truly that confident that I'm the hardest worker in this country, and I just want to prove that. And so I have to wait a whole another year, and there's still work to be put in, but I'm excited to get to that point again and just get to that national tournament and prove myself. So I'm looking forward to that. That's what I'm most excited about personally. And then just as a team, like I mentioned, I'm excited to just build the new face for Concordia Wrestling. We did lose a lot of seniors last year, but the new freshmen, the new incoming freshmen, like this is our new team. This is what's going to be the face of Concordia Wrestling for the upcoming 4 years. And I'm excited to kind of be put in a leadership position to help mold them and grow them and get them to that point that, like in 2 years when I'm gone, they can take place and continue to grow the sport for the dominating wrestling team that we have been over the years. And so that's what I'm most excited about, just to get the new guys out there and start building our own new team.